Coming up with Goswell T.K. Mensah on the theme Leadership. Be inspired.
Hi, welcome to today's inspirational nugget. It is titled The Price of Leadership. This is the part 2. We look at the sacrificial scar of leaders. We looked at the deep loneliness leaders pay as a price. The third price that leaders pay we want to accustom ourselves with today is the unique fatigue that comes with leadership. Regardless of the difficulties, a reality must be admitted within the leadership structure. Leadership demands that you will become tired, you become fatigued. Most of the robust people we see leading around, they experience deep tiredness. In the book 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 10, the apostle says, "Therefore do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away," in other words, outwardly we are fatigued, outwardly we are tired, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. Paul was saying there is a price of tiredness for leaders. There is a price. Leadership is fatigue. You are fatigued with thinking. You are fatigued with trying to cast a vision. You are fatigued with trying to send your message across. You are fatigued with projecting for the future. You are fatigued with the backbiting. You are fatigued with the loneliness, with the scar. But the fatigue becomes real when you are bent on achieving the reason for which you are to lead that group, that family, that church, that nation, that continent, or that institution. Make no mistake, the price leaders pay, they become fatigued. Look at Jesus in the boat. He was even tired and asleep. When Jesus healed the woman, he said, "Energy, look, virtue has gone out of me." Sometimes there is fatigue on our time, fatigue on our diet, fatigue on our energy. Leadership is very tedious. So we're saying that leaders experience unique fatigue. The second part, which is the fourth now, a price that leaders pay, is corrosive criticism. We talked about sacrificial scars. We talk about deep loneliness. We talk about unique fatigue. The fourth price that leaders pay is corrosive criticism. There is nothing else that so kills the efficacy, the efficiency, and effectiveness of a leader as a corrosive criticism. Corrosive criticism is more or less like a poisonous criticism. It's like an acidic criticism. It's not constructive. It's very destructive. It kills the spirit of the leader, and leaders must be ready to pay the price. It tends to hamper and undercut the efficiency of the leader, their thinking process, what they desire to do. It chips away the confidence and self-respect, the self-worth of the leader. Leaders must budget for this. Corrosive criticism is one of the price to pay. It wears away your confidence in yourself and even in your abilities and your capabilities. This is the price that leaders pay. In the words of R.D. Abela, it says the humility of the leader will be the test when criticism is in full force, be it objective or subjective criticism. It is criticism that sometimes births humility and total dependence upon God. One of the things we need to budget for in our pursuit of leadership is, how will I handle if I am criticized? I read in one of the memoirs of Samuel Bringle, he noted his sin of holiness, felt the heat of caustic or corrosive or erosive or a burning criticism. Instead of defending himself and being harsh on the one criticizing him, in his words, he told his friend, and I quote, "I thank you for your criticism of my life. It set me to self-examination and searching of my heart and prayer, which always leads me into deep sense of my utter dependence upon Christ for holiness of heart in sweeter fellowship with him." The point must be made. When you are criticized, be it subjective, be it objective, budget for it. One of the prizes leaders pay, it's not just self-sacrificing or scars, it's not just deep loneliness, it's not just unique fatigue, it's also corrosive criticism. Paul says in Galatians 1 verse 10, am I now trying to win the approval of human beings, of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I will not be a servant of Christ. Galatians 1:10. He was criticized extensively. Even Christ was criticized. The fifth price that leaders pay is ruthless rejection. Aside experiencing sacrificial scars, deep loneliness, unique fatigue, corrosive criticism, ruthless rejection, look at the adjective, ruthless. Ruthless rejection is what leaders experience. In the words of J. Gregory Mantel, I quote, "No man is ever fully accepted until he has first of all been utterly rejected." Before you reach your destination, your goal for which the Lord has set you, the society have called you to lead, or you put yourself out to give leadership of service to people, be it in the family, in the church, in an organization, on the continent, regardless, you are going to be rejected. That is the price that leaders pay. In the book, Climbing the Track, page 115, Thompson says, often the crowd does not recognize a leader until he has gone, and then they build a monument for him with the stones they threw at him in his lifetime. Do you want to be a leader? You need to pay the price. The price of sacrificial scar, the price of deep loneliness, the price of unique fatigue, the price of corrosive criticism, the price of ruthless rejection. My name is Godswill T.K. Mensah. I want to be part of your life as we all glean fruitful, insightful lessons about leadership. Wherever you find yourself on God's beautiful planet, spend some time and let's converge again at another time on this platform as we study on the concept of leadership. Be blessed and be faithful.